When Nintendo revealed Kirby Air Riders, the knee-jerk reaction was, well, it's just another Mario Kart with Kirby. That could not be further from the truth. So this game isn't about karts at all, it's all about the wild hover machines that never stop moving. We've got copy abilities that turn Kirby into the item system itself, and a chaotic city trial style mode where anything can happen. So calling it a Mario Kart clone misses what makes it unique. So let's dive into why Kirby Air Riders is its own kind of racing chaos. Well, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button down below for even more Nintendo content here on Power Up Direct. Well, first of all, we've got the Mario Kart expectation, so it's easy to see why people immediately compare Kirby Air Riders to Mario Kart. Well, both are bright, colourful Nintendo racers filled with cheerful characters, chaotic energy, and plenty of shortcuts and surprises. If you only watch the reveal trailer for a few seconds, it almost looks like Kirby has hopped into Nintendo's most popular kart series, but once you take a closer look, the similarities are only at the surface level. Mario Kart definitely defined what a Nintendo racing game looks like for decades. You've got boost pads, drifting, item boxes, and the familiar balance of chaos and skill. It's a formula that's been polished over many generations of consoles, so whenever Nintendo puts another character in a vehicle, the assumption is that it's going to follow the same rules. Well, that expectation sets up Kirby Air Riders perfectly because this game is built on completely different foundations. Whereas Mario Kart focuses on precision driving and timed items, Air Riders is all about momentum, machine control, and abilities tied directly to the characters themselves. Instead of just slotting Kirby into the Mario Kart mold, Sakurai and his team have asked a different question: what would a racing game look like if it was designed entirely around Kirby's world and mechanics? Well, first of all, we've got the core difference, and that is machines that don't stop. So unlike Mario Kart, where you're constantly holding down the accelerator, Kirby Air Riders throws that idea out of the window completely. Your machine never stops moving, and the game is built around that idea that you've got forward momentum and it is constant, which completely changes how you think about the racing. Instead of worrying about speed control, your attention shifts to steering, positioning, and finding ways to turn that unstoppable motion to your advantage. And the most important mechanic here is the boost charge. So when you slam your machine down on the track after a jump, Kirby stores that impact as energy. You can release it and you're going to launch forward with a powerful burst of speed. It's a rhythm that mixes control with chaos. You're not just driving, you're bouncing, you're boosting, you're chaining momentum together, and suddenly the race isn't about clean lines around corners, but about mastering when and where to hit the ground for maximum payoff. Then you've got drifting, which takes on a new meaning in Kirby Air Riders. Tilting into corners isn't just about style or shaving seconds off a lap. It's a crucial part of managing your machine's energy, and the system rewards you for leaning into the chaos, making every bend in the road a chance to stockpile momentum for your next boost. And it's less like driving a car, and more like wrestling with a machine that is alive and unpredictable. And that is the heart of the difference. Kirby Air Riders isn't about vehicles that you control in a traditional sense. It's about learning the quirks of these strange, floating machines, turning their wild, unrelenting motion into victory. Well, next up we got Kirby's powers change everything. So one of the biggest differences between Kirby Air Riders and a traditional kart race is how the power-ups work. So in Mario Kart, you drive through an item box and hope for the best. Maybe you're going to get a shell, maybe a banana, maybe a star. It's quite chaotic and also very temporary. Once you use the item, you're then back to being just another racer on the track. In Kirby Air Riders, Kirby himself is the power-up system. Thanks to his signature copy abilities, swallowing an enemy doesn't just give you a quick attack, it can completely change the way that you play. Suddenly you might have a sword to slash opponents, a bomb to lob across the track, or a spark to zap anyone who dares to get too close. These abilities aren't just little extras, they become central to your racing strategy, shaping how you approach turns, opponents, and even the terrain itself. What makes it even more interesting is that not every rider plays the same way. So Kirby leans into copy abilities, but you've got Meta Knight and King Dedede. They rely on unique specials, so Meta Knight might dart across the track with precision strikes, and Dedede can use brute force to throw his weight around. That means your choice of racer isn't just cosmetic, it decides your entire toolkit for the race ahead. And it's this system that really flips the Mario Kart clone label on its head. Items in Mario Kart are external and random, but in Air Riders your abilities are internal and tied directly to your character's identity. And that simple shift is going to make every race feel more personal, more strategic, and even more Kirby. Well, next up we've got Skyah and City Trial Successor. So if there's one feature that really cements Kirby Air Riders as more than a Mario Kart lookalike, it is the return of a City Trial style mode. So fans of the original Kirby Air Ride on GameCube will remember how much life that mode gave the game, and here it's reimagined on a much grander scale with a floating island of Skyah. So the mode unfolds in two distinct phases. First, players are dropped onto Skyah itself, a sprawling open environment where you collect power-ups, snag machine upgrades and even battle wandering bosses like Krako or Dynablade. Unlike traditional racing, you're not just speeding to the next checkpoint, you're exploring, scavenging and deciding how to prepare for whatever lies ahead. With only a few minutes on the clock, every decision matters. Do you chase your upgrades, do you pick fights, or do you play it safe and stockpile resources? Well, once time runs out, the second phase begins, and that is the stadium event. This is where everything you collect in Skyah suddenly matters, because the stadium could throw you into anything from a straight up race to a demolition derby to a completely unpredictable battle type. The twist is that you don't know which one you're going to get until it starts, and that uncertainty makes every run feel fresh, and it forces players to adapt their strategy on the fly. This unpredictability is exactly what sets Skyah apart from linear kart racing. Instead of memorising tracks and rehearsing item usage, you're going to be thrown into a constantly changing playground where improvisation and quick thinking are key to victory. So it's chaotic, yes, but it's also deeply replayable. No two sessions on Skyah are going to feel the same, and that is why the City Trial became legendary in the first place. Kirby Air Riders doesn't just bring it back, it's going to evolve this key mode. Well, next up we've got Sakurai's vision. So behind all of the wild mechanics and the chaotic racing is Masahiro Sakurai, the creator best known for shaping both Kirby and also Super Smash Bros. So when Kirby Air Riders was revealed, he explained that this wasn't just a random spin-off, it came from a direct request from Nintendo leadership. So Shinya Takahashi and Satoshi Mitsuhira specifically approached him about reviving the idea, even while he was tied up with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC. For Sakurai the challenge was clear. If he was going to make a new Kirby racing game, it had to feel fresh and unique, not just another kart racer with a pink mascot. Well, that philosophy is visible in every part of Kirby Air Riders' design. Instead of copying the tried and true Mario Kart template, Sakurai has built a system where momentum is constant and power-ups are tied to Kirby's identity. It's the same creative mindset that he brought to Smash Bros. Take a familiar genre and then bend it and stretch it until it feels unlike anything else on the market. In Air Riders, that means a racing game where the chaos just isn't random, it's engineered to push players into new strategies every time they play. So one of the best things that I think about Sakurai's vision is that it blends accessibility with depth. On the surface, Kirby Air Riders looks approachable. You've got simple controls, you've got bright colours, and it's got a fun party vibe, but dig a little bit deeper and you're going to find layers of strategy, choosing machines, mastering the boost charges, deciding how to prepare in Skyah. That makes it just as competitive as chaotic. That balance is exactly what Sakurai is known for, games that anyone can pick up but experts can sink hundreds of hours into mastering. In the end, Kirby Air Riders isn't just a new racing game, it's Sakurai once again experimenting with a genre, trying to create something only he could have imagined. It's not Kirby trying to be in Mario Kart, it's Kirby carving out a racing identity all of his own. So in the end, calling Kirby Air Riders a Mario Kart clone really misses the point. Sure, both games are colourful Nintendo racers, but that is where the similarities stop. This is a game that is built on constant momentum, unpredictable machines, and Kirby's powers transforming the entire racing formula. Add in Skyah, the chaos of the stadium battles, the replayability. You got something that feels more like a wild experiment than a safe spin-off. And that is the magic that I think Sakurai is going to bring to the game. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be buying this game on day one. He's not just giving Kirby a kart, he's reimagining what a Nintendo racer can be. So whether you're here for that nostalgia of City Trial or just curious about a fresh take on the racing genre, I think Kirby Air Riders looks like it's going to have the potential to stand shoulder to shoulder with Nintendo's biggest franchises. Well, that is it for my breakdown of Kirby Air Riders today and why it's not just a simple Mario Kart clone. But let me know what you think about Kirby Air Riders down there in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Well, that is it for this video today, and thank you so much for watching or for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for even more Nintendo content here on Power Up Direct. Thanks again, and I'll see you real soon.